of the pieces were in place. The master plan was there, and the opponent, well, they were right where they wanted them. Anticipation for Sony's E3 press conference couldn't have been higher. After all, the PS4 has been accepted as a kind of totem for gamers put off by Microsoft's strong anti-piracy approach and stringent rules on offline play. It's a position that Sony has fashioned for itself, building up in just a short time a reputation as the gamer's choice. But one slip now on that world stage and they could ruin it all. Thankfully, when the lights were up and the pressure was on, Sony performed impeccably.
With the arrival of PlayStation 4, we have a console of unparalleled power.
But we have to say, at first, it looked as though they had fluffed it. There was talk of TV, of Sony Entertainment, of connected media experiences, and plenty of worried faces in the crowd. There was also a lot of time dedicated to the Vita and current generation PS3 titles. Beyond Two Souls may have been impressive, and Tearaway adorably cute, but this was not what everyone had come to see.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm thrilled to introduce the PlayStation 4.
Looking surprisingly like the Xbox One, but with a very recognisable slant, the PS4 emerged looking much like you would expect a game console to look. Most similar in design to the vertical standing PS2, the box is a shade slimmer than the Xbox One and a shade more stylish. What matters, of course, is what's inside the box, and Sony listed off a series of media services that, while lagging behind Microsoft's comprehensive entertainment alliances, were welcome. And then it was on to the games for the PS4. 30 in development, 20 to be released in the first year, 12 of which are exclusives. It was a tempting set of statistics, but after Microsoft's parade of exclusives, Sony's lacked bite. The Order 1886, a steampunk Victorian monster hunter that looked like Dishonored via Left 4 Dead, felt fresh, but with no gameplay, it also felt distant. Killzone Shadowfall, Drive Club, Knack, all were shown off, but with little new to see, everyone was waiting for something a little more, oh I don't know, incendiary? It was infamous Second Son then that ignited the crowd, with a strong new character, a great-looking open world, and powers that looked as fun as the original suite of electric blasts and glides. From there, the only way was up, with a full complement of independent games, including work of comic genius Octodad and scariest game ever, Outlast, being confirmed as debuting on PlayStation 4 first. Sony's support for small, innovative studios brought quite a cheer, as did the appearance of the incredibly fast-paced and spectacular Final Fantasy Versus 13, which has been renamed Final Fantasy 15. Don't ask. Throw in Elder Scrolls Online, and you have quite a set.
Where's Black Mask?
Let me go!
If you insist.
Then Sony made their strike, the first critical hit of this console war. The PS4 does not limit the sale of pre-owned games. Boom! The entire audience went wild. The PS4 does not require players to be online to play their games. Another hit. The PS4 does not require you to check in every 24 hours to verify your games. A direct hit. These three statements may have seemed ridiculous only a year before, but at this E3, they got the biggest reaction of any announcement. Forget the blockbusters, the most earth-shattering moment of E3 was the one where Sony called Microsoft out. And the finisher, the price, with Sony's €399 undercutting the Xbox One by a full 100. All that was left to demonstrate was Destiny, the surprisingly similar competitor to Microsoft's exclusive Titanfall, both being online shooters set in stylish futures and both made by famous developers. The difference being, of course, you can only play both on Xbox One. It's a small detail, one that after the hammering Sony gave Microsoft, perhaps won't matter. After all, when gamers cheer for freedom, perhaps there is a revolution on the way.